What if I told you that a simple mistake started watching you? Not like any old bug, the kind that appears and disappears in seconds, but something different. Something that stays, something that learns. Something that somehow seems to realize it's being watched and decides to look back. It might sound like an exaggeration, but stick with me until the end, because what you're about to discover might surprise you. Imagine watching a perfectly ordinary 2D animation. Everything flowing as it should. Smooth movements, stable scenery, a predictable narrative rhythm, nothing out of place. Just another video until, for an almost imperceptible instant, something fails. A frame freezes for too long. A detail repeats itself. A movement happens slightly out of sync. Have you ever experienced this? At first it's easy to ignore. We always blame the system, the internet, the renderer, anything. After all, glitches happen all the time. Small animation errors, synchronization failures, delays. But this time it's different, because the mistake doesn't disappear. He's coming back, but not in the same way. And that's when things start to get weird. Instead of repeating the exact same pattern, the glitch changes. Small details alter, as if trying to adjust, as if it were learning from the environment, from the scene, from the character, from you. Now think about this. What if this error isn't just a technical glitch? What if it's something deeper, something connected to the very concept of broken time within animation? A fragment that got out of control and started to reorganize itself. It seems impossible, I know, but that's exactly how the most disturbing paradoxes begin. Because what we're talking about here isn't just a visual bug. We're talking about something that defies logic. A behavior that shouldn't exist within a closed system. A glitch that not only happens but reacts. And when something starts to react, it means there is some kind of perception. And where there is perception, there is awareness, or at least something dangerously close to it. Now pay attention to this detail. At certain moments, the error appears even before it happens, as if it anticipates movements, as if it knows what's coming next, as if it's one step ahead of the animation's own reality. This is not just a mistake. This is a time break, a loop that doesn't follow any rules. And the more you observe, the more it seems to respond. More present, closer, almost as if it were trying to communicate or understand you. Why did he start observing? Stay with me, because what comes next will completely change the way you see glitches, time, and maybe reality itself. There's a strange, instinctive feeling that something is there watching, analyzing, waiting. Does what we're talking about here make any sense to you? If this topic resonated with you, leave a comment below. I really want to understand how this affects you. Like and subscribe to explore more. Now I want to delve even deeper, because before that error started appearing, everything seemed perfectly aligned. An invisible order guiding every movement, everything in the right place, at the right time. But normality is actually built on a very fragile illusion. Small details begin to slip away, a gaze that lingers too long, a slightly delayed movement, an object that doesn't seem to fully respect its surrounding space. Perception begins to transform. You're no longer just watching, you're trying to understand, trying to find meaning in a logic that doesn't work anymore. When the mind perceives a flaw, it tries to rationalize it, but in this case, the further away the answer seems to get, the error appears, and along with it, a feeling as if something had crossed the invisible line that separates control from chaos. The character raises his hand, and for a fraction of a second, that movement takes a step back, as if time had paused. There's an implicit intention there, as if the system had made its own decision. And that idea, in itself, is enough to cause discomfort. You stop passively watching and start investigating. Every detail becomes suspicious. Every movement could hide a new flaw. Right down, I realized the mistake. It's no longer just an isolated glitch. It's as if that error left a trace, creating a kind of presence that remains. The error is changing, adapting, responding to the environment. Interaction requires some kind of consciousness, even if primitive. What is this trying to do? Every transformation carries a purpose. Clearly he doesn't intend to stay that way, right? This is not just a mistake. The character starts to feel it too. An unusual pause, a gaze that lingers for too long, a silent discomfort, difficult to explain. Recognizing the mistake is separating oneself from it, but the error is following along. Write this down. He noticed it too. Time is starting to run out. And when time fails, nothing is reliable anymore. Comment, time is not the same anymore. Everything becomes personal. Surveillance. He's watching me. What if the mistake isn't a mistake? What if it's a fragment of time? Which one is real? This changes everything. Two existences compete for the same space. Rebuilding something may require deconstructing something else. And the like here isn't just about the video. It's about this exchange that happened. About this feeling that maybe there's more going on than we usually realize in our daily lives. Now there's a video over here that continues along exactly the same lines. It complements everything we've just explored, and perhaps takes this idea to an even deeper level. Click and continue with me there, because this journey, as you've already realized, doesn't end here.